YouTube, it's Jen.
And Brad.
And we are here for our weekly update. And as always, let's start with the numbers. I am 5 feet 4 inches tall. Started this journey at 262 pounds in December of 2012. Last week I was 189.6. This week I am 187.8 for a 1.8 pound loss.
Yay! 6 feet tall, starting weight 320. Last week I was 234.6. This week I was 233.2 for a 1.4 pound loss.
Yeah. How much? What were you?
1.4.
No, what was your total?
What do I weigh now?
Yeah.
233.2.
That's fantastic.
No, it's not.
You're
but it's,
close to the 220s.
I know. But it's better.
Okay, so can I start?
Go for it.
So I have issues, lots of issues,
Yes.
and
Around. Anything in particular?
everything, around control, around everything, around this weight loss journey. I am constantly in fear that I'm going to gain weight and it's going to snowball and I'm going to look at the scale and it's going to be 262 pounds again. And when I'm feeling super out of control, instead of focusing on me, I focus on Brad, because why change myself when I can harp on my husband? And that's terrible. But we had a talk where I just unloaded all of my crazy onto him. And then I said, what about this? Two things I do great. I do some things great. Worry about things, try to control them, and compete. So rather than me worrying about what I was just being a baby. I'm like, I'm sitting here hungry and you're eating and it's not fair. So rather than being a baby or controlling him, I'm now going to compete with him. And so each week we are competing to see who can lose more for the week. And whoever wins gets to, of course, there has to be control. Just because there's competition doesn't mean there's not control. We're playing for control of the weekend because, you know how like when you're like, what should we do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? The person that wins for the week gets to make the other person make decisions, or they can make the decision themselves, or just, it's just our fun way of turning this weight loss journey into something more interesting rather than just a horrible, let's obsess about it and feel bad about it. So I really appreciate you taking the competition with me, and I kicked his butt. And so I win this weekend. So I'm enjoying that. Do you want to talk about what you did differently, or do you want me to talk about it first? What do you want to do?
You go first. I didn't do that much differently.
Okay, so I committed to tracking. And I've been training with my trainer for a year, doing weightlifting. It'll be a year in a month. So I've been doing it for 11 months. And he's heard me complain for a year that I want to lose weight, and I keep trying to do it my way. And he's like, you're going to try it my way this time. Okay. So we agreed that I would do 1,700 calories, and he wanted me to do that based on 35% of my calories come from protein, 45% come from carbs, and 20% come from fat, which if you break that down into numbers, he wants me to have 149 grams of protein, 38 grams of fat, and 191 carbs. And I am so resistant to this whole 191 grams of carbs. To me, that is ridiculous and outlandish and just crazy. And so we're kind of fighting a little, because my belief system is obviously protein is the most important. And I don't believe in cutting out the carbs. I think carbs are good, but I don't know that I need 191 grams. And 38 grams of fat, I know that, I don't believe fat is your enemy. I think fat keeps you full. I mean, you obviously don't want to just have everything deep fried, but so we're fighting between the fat number and the carb number. But so far, what I'm doing is working. I don't know it's his ratio per se that's working, but it's I think writing everything down and being accountable that's working. So I'm just saying I'm proud of myself. I have tracked everything. I'm not using MyFitnessPal. I'm using a different app called My Macros, and that way I can keep track of the actual how much protein, carbs, and fat. It's just presented in a different way. It's still the same thing as MyFitnessPal. It's just how it looks on the screen. So that is what I'm doing. What about you?
Not too much different, actually. Just trying to,
You did make a significant change for the week.
which was?
You've been, instead of eating like yogurts for dessert, you've been eating fruit salads for dessert.
Okay. That's about it.
And you've had sushi a number of times for dinner.
Yes.
Okay, so those are two big changes that I think led directly to your success this week.
Okay. I'm making my racquetball dates.
You are doing racquetball. You're doing what you're doing good.
Thank you very much.
Couple things. I don't know if you remember, years ago, like the first meet we went to, there was a girl, actually you might remember her. Her YouTube name is Banded to Succeed. Her real life name, I think, is Tracy. She just came back. She did 5 years. This is her, if you remember her. You can see that. She's red hair. She jogs. She was running.
Yes.
Yes, I knew you. Okay. So she just made a video, 5 years post-op. It's her 5 years today for her. And she looks great. So I just want to say, hey, if she's watching this. So anything else I want to say? Somebody asked on one of our YouTube videos what we do for a living.
Okay.
He's IT management, and I'm in the federal government, so not fun jobs. You know, regular, lots of stress jobs.
Yes. That's what we have to tell people, because as spies, we're not really.
Yeah,
allowed
we're
to
not allowed to
say
say that we're spies, but now you know. So, anything else? What are we doing for this upcoming week?
I got racquetball so far on Saturday, and I'm trying to find out if I'm going to play on Sunday. We're going out to dinner with friends on Saturday.
Okay, so last weekend.
Yes.
So I think another thing, I don't know how much he's trying to do it, but for me,
We went out on Sunday to our friend's house for
yes.
dinner.
Like and this is where my trainer and I differ greatly. He wants strict perfection for 30 days, and I want to make small changes that are sustainable for the long run. He doesn't seem to see that. He's like, no, just be good for a month. He's like, you'll love your results, and then you'll just want to keep being good. And I'm like, that doesn't work with me. So literally, we didn't go out to eat at all last weekend, but we went to a friend's house for dinner, and they cooked, and we brought dessert. It was chocolate cake, and I was still hungry after dinner, so literally, I had a piece of chocolate cake that was this long. It wasn't a full piece. It was this long, that wide, like
Because it was a
literally.
bar.
Yeah, it was a bar cake,
So-
and I took half of a thin slice, and I took half of it. And when I told that to my trainer, he's like, "You just, ruined your whole week." And I'm like, "Chill." Like sometimes I didn't eat the whole cake; I had a little bit. So I am more.
That cake actually had the nutrition information on the side, so I could tell you how bad it was.
It did?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Because I didn't think you were having any of the cake, and I remembered afterwards.
Do
You
you
could actually look it
remember?
up online. Yes. So that whole cake, guess how many servings that whole cake was considered?
I don't know. 12?
8.
8?
8 servings.
How many calories in each serving?
About 497.
So 500 times 8 is what?
4,000.
4,000 calories, and I had the sliver
You
of a.
did not have a serving.
Oh, I know. I didn't even have a half of a serving.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. So, anyways, he lost his mind over my little piece of a cake, and that's just not how I roll. And today, I had plans for lunch with a friend, and when we got there, it was a little later, and the place was packed. There was no way we were going to get in time. So we had to make a quick plan B, and so we went to a different place. So I'd previously entered all my food in that I was going to eat, and I was happy with what my choices were, and then sidetracked and didn't end up going there and had to make a split decision. And so I had a burger, no bun, and I had 6 French fries. And I entered the 6 French fries in, and he lost his mind again. He's like, "Why would you eat 6 French fries?" And I'm like, "But they had 46 French fries on my plate, and I ate 6 of them." And then afterwards, it was my friend's birthday, and she had my favorite chocolate cake with peanut butter icing, and I didn't even take a sniff, And so he's sitting here losing his mind over 6 French fries, and I still came in under calories for the day. So I'm sorry, I'm just venting because I feel like there's no sense in me trying to make a change that could only last for 30 days. I would rather make small changes that last, that can be a true lifestyle change. And I believe in, you know, if you have 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, that's 21 meals. I believe that one meal and a weekend meal needs to be a little more relaxed. And so there will be a fight to the finish. I will be seeing him tomorrow, and I'm sure he will fight me on this issue. So, anything else?
Not really. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, that is it. We are going to keep losing, right? Next week we're gonna have a 2 in a row. We got to do it. But it just, I feel so much more in control now. Just having, it's not about even what I'm eating. It's just that I'm tracking it all, and I've eaten more cantaloupe in the last 6 days than I have in the last 41 years or 42 years. I don't know how old I am.
42.
So I've never eaten so much cantaloupe in my life, but
I'm a watermelon guy myself.
yeah,
Love it.
no, I like cantaloupe. So, but I'm really proud of us, and I feel more in control, and it makes me feel better about myself. And so I'm hoping, because we're very good at losing weight for 1 week. I just want to get the 2 in a row and really start like continuous losing. So, anyways, we hope you all are big losers. Kick some fat asses. We love your faces. And we will see you next week, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.